Okay, I'm gonna put the pump back together. I checked all I could check. I checked the impeller. There's a couple little tiny little things, not very minor. Yeah, the bearings feel really good. There's no binding. I greased the spline, this real sticky chassis grease. I took the filter off the strainer. It was spotless. Blew air through it as well. This must be for the intercooler one, I presume. It's a smaller ID, and blew through that, but took this one off. Took the back end off. Took the cone, undid the center cap of the cone. There's a plastic Allen key cap. Takes an Allen. I looked in there and I could see a seal with a little bit of grease oozing out of it. I started to undo it and I thought, oh, I'll just leave it. I mean, there's no problem with it. What else did I check? Yeah, that's about it for this. Clean the ring a little bit. I'm going to put some detergent on it. And like Corey said, some detergent for washing to help it slide in. And this is greased in there. And then over at the ski, I cleaned the spline with a very soft wire brush. The spline, and then I sprayed it with some multi-purpose cleaner. Blew it off with air and a rag and cleaned it, and then I greased it up, as you can see, and I'm gonna put it in. So the laundry detergent will sit in there, or not laundry, dishwashing detergent. It'll help the seal slide in, and then I'll put Loctite on these 4 bolts. I marked the spots where they're tight, but I'll double check and see what they're torqued to. But I'm just going to torque them up to where I marked it with a marker, and I'll know that's where they're supposed to be. And then put it back together as I took it apart. Get these orientated. These remember these hose clamps were down here, and they're 6 millimeters, so I'll have them up like that kind of thing. And yeah, I think that's it. I cleaned up these quick connects with like this penetrating type oil, and yeah, and I think I have some water in my reverse bucket cable there. I guess that's a reverse bucket. I can't remember now. I think so, because I see some water dripping out now that it's in a downward position. So maybe I'll leave that for a while and let water drip out. So it seems pretty basic, but if you're in salt water, I think this can rust the spline, and into the impeller can rust pretty good. Because I saw John's down south, 190 hours, never been apart, and the spline was kind of rotten, rusted, rotten, not looking too good. So, okay,